Waiting for this glorious techie.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Okay. Yay. We are live, Kath. So nice to be here with you. My name is Kath, if you don't already know that, and I lead beautiful women to reclaim their passion, their joy, and their power. And today we are having a glorious conversation with Kath, and she is one of the glorious goddesses in the Joyful Goddess online program. So let me introduce Kath.
Thank you, Tasca. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me on this Facebook Live. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you.
My pleasure, and thank you for saying yes to the invitation, because it's always nice to share our love and our learnings and our insight with, other beautiful women and other, humanity. It's a gift that we share. So if you could think about, we haven't finished the program yet, but over the time that we've been journeying together, what do you think has been some of your biggest changes for you since the beginning of the program to now? Like, what have been some of those deepenings for yourself?
Lots of deepenings. As you know, when I was first suggested the program by a dear friend of mine, at the time I was suffering from anxiety, and not to do with the program, but just life, etc. And she just said, "You are so ready for this. You just need to do this." And I was anxious about doing it. And then in hindsight now, I know why, because I was anxious about not really knowing what the program involved, but also knowing full well that it involved diving deep into yourself, which can be a confronting path to take. So I made the plunge, and never look back.
Never look back.
And I think one of the great things is deepest learnings is I got rid of fear. I had a lot of fear in my life about taking steps to make my life better, making that, getting that heart congruence that we talk about within the program. What parts of your life aren't quite close to your heart. Busy mum, all of that sort of thing, solo mum, and not taking time for myself, and which we can all understand, obviously, as mothers, not even as mothers, just however, females in general, because we're all nurturers. So what I've learnt through is that through fear, that I've thrown fear away as part of the program, if anybody joins it, or that there is part of the program that you write a letter with regards to fear, and burn it, rip it, whatever it might be. So one of the greatest learnings, one of many, is that I said fear is no longer welcome here. I actually gave fear not a name. I didn't give it a name or a face. I just said, fear, you are not welcome here anymore. And I let you go and ripped it up and chucked it out. So it was really, really powerful to do that. Occasionally fear creeps back in. I think that's quite normal. But then it just keeps saying, no, you're not welcome here anymore, fear, because I am me and I am who I am meant to be.
That's huge, Kath. That's absolutely huge. It's like you're really taking your own power by the handles and going, I'm doing this, even though, you know, when that fear creeps in, I'm still going to do it.
Absolutely, and it does take a lot of courage to do that. It's the easiest path is to let fear take over you, but then it's a double-edged sword, because you wake up in the morning, or you wake up the next day or the next week and go, why did I let fear take over that, or that action of making my life better, or whatever path you're pursuing. And then it's sort of a revolving circle, and you feel bad within yourself for allowing that to happen. But I think it's a good thing, because then you sort of allow yourself to feel that fear, or that self-doubt, or why did I do this? Why did I do this? And then I just keep remembering that, no, I'm sorry, fear, you are not welcome here. Go away. So it was really, it's one of many learnings that I've had from the program. Sorry, I've written a few things here. The other one is forgiveness with regards to learning through the program. So one of many, but probably the two are the fear and forgiveness, self-forgiveness. So I have no problem forgiving other people. Through the program, I've realised that I need to forgive myself for not forgiving others, but for situations in my past where, you know, for example, and I have no problems in saying this Facebook Live whatsoever, but I was in a domestic violent relationship for 5 years. And as you all know, domestic violence can come in many forms, physical and or mental. And I got myself out of that. But it took me a long time to forgive myself for staying that long, because I kept saying, I'm a stronger woman than that. That's not how I was brought up. How did I stay in that for so long? So the self-forgiveness module of the program was really, really potent, extraordinary, very, very powerful, because I was allowing that person to let me feel that way. I mean, I always say to my kids, if they say they're stressed, okay, you're allowing, or someone's made them stressful, or a situation has made them stressed. No situation can make you stressed. It's your reaction to it that makes you stressed. So it was really potent to do that self-forgiveness, that, you know, I was trying to do the right thing at the time and protect my children. And now I have 2 well-adjusted children, and there was no need to forgive myself. At the end of the day, it wasn't me that was creating the actions. But so that was really, really potent module, the forgiveness module.
It is one of those practices that is truly life-changing. And I know myself, I revisit that. I revisit the forgiveness, and, you know, forgiveness on whatever level. You know, sometimes our thoughts can be really harsh on ourselves and we judge ourselves, and forgiveness of that, forgiveness that I think, and I forgive myself for being so harsh on myself. So it is a beautiful practice. Yeah.
It is. And that's the thing, I think, with the beauty of the program is the ladies that have been in the program that I've just almost completed, is that everyone has their own stories.
Yeah.
And there is no judgment. So I think, which is really important, because we can always judge ourselves so much. And you've got these inner voice and inner mind chatter going on all the time. But when you're in a group of women that all have their own stories, and some, if you don't choose to speak, you don't have to speak. There's complete non-judgmental circle of inner trust. And so, which is really important, I think, to be able to talk about things and without judgment, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I hear you. I really hear you. That safe space to be able to talk with other beautiful women and to feel like it's contained in the sanctity of the group, and to be real and authentic, and to feel that. Absolutely. That is magic in itself.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes the people closest to you, you don't often tell them everything. It's not that you feel that they're going to judge you, but you just don't want to burden them or what have you. Whereas in the program, it's not that you're burdening other people; they're just there to listen. It's two different parallels.
Totally. Yeah, that's it. I can honestly say that the women that are magnetized to this program are gorgeous women, like absolutely potent goddesses that are creating beautiful change for themselves, and especially in that group container.
Yeah, and I mean, the changes that have happened in my personal life, particularly my career, have been phenomenal. It's just because I've got rid of the fear, self-forgiveness, and then all you lovely ladies within the program, with the intentions that we have for each other, which has been magnificent, have just given. I lost my mojo there for a while, and I've got my mojo back. So yeah.
Beautiful. Absolutely. So, the next question is, and this is a tricky question, I think you've already answered this. If there was one takeaway from you for this program, for you, what do you think it's been the biggest thing for you?
Oh gosh, can't pick one. That's not fair.
I know, it's tricky. You just said forgiveness. You said the fear. And I thought, oh my goodness, there's so much.
Oh my gosh. I guess because you get rid of fear and forgiveness, then, or whatever it might be, then that has sort of, the biggest thing it's given me is the freedom to move in the direction, or continue to move into the direction of the life that I choose to live.
Yeah. Regardless
of what anybody else might think, regardless of the no-sayers, regardless of people that might go, you can't do that, you can't do that. Actually, yes, I can. So I think that's probably one biggest thing, is that through all of the learnings that I've had, is that it's just that it gives you that freedom to keep moving forward in the life of your choosing, whatever that might be, whatever pathway that might be, as a woman, and an empowered woman, giving me empowerment again. I mean, I've always considered myself an empowering woman, but it's just given me more empowerment, because there are times, I've just hit 50. So there are times that you lose that empowerment for whatever reason, through life, through what have you, et cetera, et cetera. And going through times where you go, well, I'm 50, why bother doing this? Or why bother starting a new business? Or why bother doing that? So it is, again, I think it's a really good point you just made there, Tosca. I've now just had an aha moment about the freedom to choose my path, how I want to, not how anybody else wants to. How I want to, as long as I'm looking after myself and others, of course, my children and my beautiful husband, but choosing the path that I want to live. We're only here once. And I've lived too many paths for other people throughout my life, because they said that's the way you should go. That's the way you should go. You should do this. You should do that. No, I want to do what I want to do. And be kind and mindful at the same time to other people. That makes sense?
Yeah, totally. You're rocking my world here. It's just amazing, because the journey that I've witnessed you go on from the beginning to now, and like we're just like, yes, we're going through the program, but the changes are just unfolding. They're just rippling all the way through.
That's it. I mean, look, I have no problem in saying that the first couple of sessions, I was just like, I'm crying. And yeah, I've made massive changes within myself, not physical changes, just mental changes. And can't thank you enough, Tosca.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. I was very excited.
I'm not finished. Even though we might finish this program, you've got a client for life, honey.
Hey, I'm happy for that, Kath. I'm very happy and honoured. Oh, that is glorious. Okay, so if you were on the line, you were watching this Facebook Live and you're going, oh, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if I've got, what it takes. I might feel uncomfortable and I might have to dig deep and I don't know if I really want to do this. What would be something that you could say to those beautiful women who are at that point?
Just do it. Is that a Nike ad? I'm not quite sure. Just do it. And not do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you deserve it. We don't put enough time for ourselves or put in enough time for ourselves, whether that be a massage, whether that be whatever. This program is time for yourself. So you need to put yourself first. And it's not as if it's 10 hours a week or anything like that, but it's just been awesome to be able to be accountable, though, to the other women that, may be in the group, or if when you join, not if, when, that you've got that accountability and you truly do create wonderful friendships or what have you.
Yeah.
So my advice would be just do it. You might be afraid, you might have anxiety like I did, but if you want to make a move to help yourself, then you have to make that move forward. And it just takes one little step. And that's all it is. It's not an enormous step. And Tosca makes everyone feel, you've made us all feel, I'll speak for myself, you made me feel and everybody else in the program that I'm in at the moment very comfortable. We don't want to talk, we're having a bad day, and we don't want to talk. They can black out our screen and you don't know that behind the scenes we're all just going, but also you allow us to do it at our own pace. So, and it's not confronting. It's not confronting at all. I thought it would be, totally honest. That was from a confronting of what I had to face to do the program. So
yeah.
Don't just think about the end result. And number one, put yourself first. You deserve it.
Totally. We do all deserve it. Deserve to honour ourselves. Yeah.
No going back. No. I couldn't imagine not doing the program, to be honest, or where I would be 8 weeks ago, or where I was 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But you got to do the work. Not that it's excessive, but you do have to do the work, inner checks. But that's, again, honouring yourself in doing that and making that time, putting the children away, putting the dogs away. My dogs get chirping sometimes, or not chirping, barking sometimes. So, allowing that inner space just for that hour, and the lovely mantras that we do, the meditation that it's just ongoing, phenomenal experience.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kath. That is so heartfelt, and I thank you for your honest words. And before we go, I'm going to ask you just to explain a little bit about what you do with women.
Oh, okay. You've caught me there. You didn't give me that question.
No, I didn't.
No, that's okay. I'm a financial trader, foreign currency trader, which is a decision I made quite some time ago after my marriage broke up. and I had to support myself and went through a corporate career, blah, 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 of 70 hours a week, etc. And I just made the decision to, I'd been working with a major bank at the time. Long story short, I now support or have been supporting myself through financial trading for a number of years. And then I just had women just say, oh, can I learn to do that? Or can I do that? And what have you. So I do have clients at the moment, but now I'm starting empowering women to financial freedom and independence through financial trading. So that's going through your help, Tosca, and through the program to get my butt into gear to keep going with that. So now that I'm just recently married, I'm now Quaid. Here's my business card, Kate Quaid.
Kate Quaid.
And I haven't officially changed the name yet, but Kate Quaid. So I've got a website coming up in the middle of August, and that's called the Trader's Pathway, and it's specifically for women because I do think there are a lot of women out there who I want to help women achieve financial freedom, because I know a lot of them are out there are stuck in a position where they just don't know where to turn. And I've been there. I've had my kitchen floor moment, curled up in a ball, not knowing which way to turn as a single mum. You don't have to be a single mum to do it, but we've all been there, not wanting to go back to the corporate life. So yeah, essentially empowering women to achieve financial freedom at their own pace as well. And yeah, and look, if I can just help one woman, then I've done my job. So I'm going global, but hey, if I can just help one, that's okay. I've left a little footprint. So it's really exciting. And then a book launch is coming out as well. So
yeah, well. Awesome.
And it's really been, since I've done the program, it's just about self-empowerment. So yeah, it's been fantastic. So that's my it's just going from strength to strength to strength to strength, and yeah.
So important. And you know, let's help more women. Let's share the love. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I love men, don't get me wrong. But they're natural gamblers. Sorry, my husband, Matt. But I love men. It's not about being discriminative or anything like that. But as a woman who's been on the bare bones of her ass and having to turn things around,
yes,
so inspiring. Again, it's about leaving some sort of middle legacy. I knew there was always something bigger out there for me, rather than just existing.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to exist. I'm going to live, Tosca.
Totally. Yes. Let's do this. This is so exciting, and I wish you every success, and I invite you to keep us posted with all of your updates and your book launches and your beautiful business and your website. So let's stay connected and share it all.
Will do. Thank you so much, my love.
You're welcome. Have a glorious day. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you very soon.
Okay. Bye-bye. Love you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.